Before we get into editing the path environment variable, we're going to pull up command prompt. Windows, just on run, if you hit CMD, that should do it. And basically, I'm showing you what happens when the operating system does not find a command in its path. Now, a command is a program, the file name. So this says it looked through the path variable and it could not find a program named rabbit. Now, I'm going to show you something. Echo %path. We happen to know that there is a variable on the system called path. Type %path%. Echo is the command to print out what it finds in that variable. Okay, and this is a list of paths separated by semicolons. And what we know is that rabbit was not found in there because it said rabbit is not recognized as an internal or external command, operable program, or batch file. That means Windows looked through all of these folders and it couldn't find anything by that name. Okay, so let's see. From looking here, I see how we could find something that would be in the path. All right, so if you see here, it's C:/Java and then JDK some version number. So let's go see what is there. And I'm going to go, and we're not just at JDK, we want to look in bin. That's the binaries for this. And bin, just as a clue, as a subdirectory, if you see something named bin, probably holds runnable commands. And look, sure enough, this looks like a lot of application files, like I told you, inside of bin. Surprise, I was right about something. Java-C I see is one. That looks interesting. I think that's a command I might use if I'm compiling something. So I'm going to type here Java-C. And sure enough, it's not. Look at that. Now, I didn't use Java-C right because I didn't provide additional information that Java-C needs. But notice that I didn't get back that instruction that says, hey, I couldn't find it. Because it could find it. And the reason is it looked through those paths in that path variable. Here we are. So now let's get to changing the path variable. Let's add something. So I'm going to say environment, and when I start typing that into search, you're going to have to find out how to do that on your operating system. This is how I do it on Windows 7. And I say not just for my account, I could say for my account, but I usually, when I make a change to this for an added compiler or some such, and I make a change here in the administrator version. So you know, what you have access to and how you want to run your operating system is completely up to you. All right, here's the path variable. Say edit, and that is that thing that we had printed out just a minute ago. I'm going to show you once again, echo %path%. Okay, that's what we're editing here. That's what we're looking at. So it popped up an editor dialog, and here basically is the exact same information that we see over here in the console or in the command line. So basically here, if I wanted to add or take away something, I could delete it out or after the semicolon, and I recommend you not do it not with spaces. I would put semicolon C:// and then put a path name, the path to where the file is, much like here to all the way down to bin where we find Java-C. But whatever your thing is. No spaces, remember, between that. And then I would put a semicolon on the very end, much like this one. And that's it. Then I would come, you know, instead of hitting cancel out, I would say, okay, okay. And basically by updating that variable, I let the operating system know. And now, you know, I have access to all of these commands, which I'm not calling right because That's not really the point. The point is to show you that when I call something that is in those paths, I don't get that, hey, I couldn't find it error. You're going to need to know this because, if you're going to work on programming and you're going to be loading up different compilers and getting them on the system, it's going to be real inconvenient to always have to give the path with the command. So a lot of times you're going to want to immediately, as soon as you're ready to start using that particular program, you'll want the operating system to recognize that it finds it. So all you have to enter is the command and then whatever options. Hope that helps you, clears up any confusion. I know a lot of people stumble over this right at first when they get into running things from their command line when they've just been using an operating system, maybe even for years. And this is just a little stumbling block right away. And trust me, after you've been doing it a while, you don't think about it at all. And it seems the most natural, logical thing, and you'll know exactly when you need to go and do this before you ever even see the error. You will have already simplified things for yourself just as a part of the process. So for now, I hope that cleared up any confusion you were having about working with your environment variable and helps you to set things straight and keep them convenient on your operating system. Until next time,